Can you see my screen?
Yes, Prabhu.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om
Om
Namo
Namo
Bhagavate
Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo
Om
Bhagavate
Namo Bhagavate
Vasudevaya.
Vasudevaya.
Narayanam Namaskrityam.
Narayanam Namaskrityam.
Naram Chaiva Narotamam.
Naram Chaiva
Narottamam.
Narottamam.
Devim Saraswatim Vyasam.
Devim Saraswatim Vyasam.
Tato Jayamudirayet.
Tato Jayamudirayet.
Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu.
Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu.
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya.
Nityam
Bhagavata
Bhagavata
Sevaya.
Sevaya.
Bhagavati Ruttama Sloke.
Bhagavati
Uttama
Uttam
Sloke.
Shloke.
Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki.
Bhakti Bhavati Naishtiki.
Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 15, verse 42. Tritve hutva cha panchatvam.
Tritve
Hutva cha panchatvam.
Tachaikatve juhon muni.
Tachaikatve juhan muni.
Sarvam atmani ajuhavid.
Sarvam
Atmani ajuhavid.
Brahmani atmanamabhyaye.
Brahmani atmanam avyaye.
Tritve hutva cha panchatvam.
Tritve hutva cha panchatvam.
This is verse 42. Tacha ekatve ajuhot muni.
Tacha ekatve ajuhon muni.
Sarvam atmani ajuhavid.
Sarvam atmani ajuhavid.
Brahmani atmanamabhyaye.
Brahmani atmanam abhyaye.
Priti Rupini Radhika.
Tritve hutva cha panchatvam.
Tritve hutva cha panchatvam.
Tachaikatve juhon muni.
Tachaikatve juhon muni.
Sarvam atmani ajuhavid.
Sarvam
Atmani
ajuhavid.
ajuhavid.
Brahmani atmanam avyaye.
Brahmani atmanamabhyaye. Priti Rupa.
Tritve hutva cha panchatvam.
Tritve hutva cha panchatvam.
Tachaikatve ajuhon muni.
Tacha ekatve ajuhon muni.
Sarvam atmani ajuho ahavid.
Sarvam atmani ajuhavid.
Brahmani atmanam avyaye.
Brahmani atmanamabhyaye. Santushta Nitai.
Tritve hutva cha panchatvam.
Tritve hutva cha panchatvam.
Tachaikatve ajuhon muni.
Tachaikatve juhot muni.
Sarvam atmani ajuhavid.
Sarvam atmani ajuhavid.
Brahmani atmanam avyaye.
Brahmani atmanam avyaye. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Abhay Charanarvinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Jai Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai.
Jai.
Synonyms. Tritve into the three qualities.
Tritve into the three qualities.
Kutva, having offered.
Hutva, having offered.
Cha, also.
Cha, also.
Panchatvam, five elements.
Panchatvam,
Five
Elements.
Tat, that.
Tat,
Cha, also.
cha, also.
Ekatve in one nescience.
Ekatve in one sense.
lines.
Ajuhot, amalgamated.
Ajuho, amalgamated.
Muni, the thoughtful.
Muni, the
Only the
thoughtful.
Ah. Sarvam, the sum total.
Sarvam, the sum total.
Atmani, in the soul.
Atmani, in the soul.
In the soul.
Ajuhavi, the fixed.
Ajuhavi, the fixed.
Fixed.
Brahmani, unto the spirit.
Brahmani, to the spirit.
Spirit.
Atmanam, the soul.
Atman,
The soul.
Avyaye, unto the inexhaustible.
Avyaye, unto the inexhaustible.
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Abhay Charanarvinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation, please repeat after me. Thus annihilating the gross body of five elements into the three qualitative modes of material nature.
Thus annihilating the gross body of five elements into the three qualitative modes of material nature.
He merged them in one nescience.
He merged them in one nescience.
And then absorbed that nescience in the self.
And then absorbed that nescience in the self. Brahman,
which is inexhaustible in all circumstances.
which is inexhaustible in all circumstances.
Purport.
Purport. All that is manifested in the material world is the product of the Mahat Tattva Abhyakt, and things that are visible in our material vision are nothing but combination and permutation of such variegated material products. But the living entity is different from such material products. It is due to the living entity's forgetfulness of his eternal nature as eternal servitor of the Lord and his false conception of being a so-called Lord of the material nature that he is obliged to enter into the existence of false sense enjoyment. Thus, a concomitant generation of material energy is the principal cause of the mind's being materially affected. Thus, the gross body of five elements is produced. Maharaja Yudhishthir reversed the action and merged the five elements of the body in the three modes of material nature. The qualitative distinction of the body as being good, bad, or mediocre is extinguished, and again the qualitative manifestations become merged in the material energy, which is produced from a false sense of the pure living being. When one is thus inclined to become an associate of the Supreme Lord, the personality of Godhead, in one of the innumerable planets of the spiritual sky, especially in Golok Vrindavan, one has to think always that he is different from the material energy. He has nothing to do with it, and he has to realize himself as pure spirit, Brahm, qualitatively equal with the Supreme Brahm Parameswar. Maharaja Yudhishthir, after distributing his kingdom to Parikshit and Vajra, did not think himself emperor of the world or head of the Kuru dynasty. This sense of freedom from material relation as well as freedom from the material engagement of the gross and subtle encirclement makes one free to act as the servitor of the Lord, even though one is in the material world. This stage is called the Jivan Mukta stage or the liberated stage even in the material world. That is the process of ending material existence. One must not only think that he is Brahm, but must act like Brahm. One who only thinks himself Brahman, one who only thinks himself Brahman is an impersonalist, and one who acts like Brahman is the pure devotee.
Hari Om Tat Satomagyan Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Tama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasaya Bhutale Srimate Jaya Pathak Swamin Nitinamine Namo Acharya Padaya Nitaya Kripa Pradhayine Gaurakatha Thamadhaya Nagara Grama Tharine Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Nitinamine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavade Paschatya Desatarine Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Hariharaya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Nama Hari Gopal Govindaram Sri Madhusudana Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pakulangai Tegirim Yat Kripa Tamaham Mande Sri Gurum Dinatharinam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanya Meshwaram Hari Om Tat Sat. So Kritve Hutva Cha Panchatvam Tat Cha Ekatve Ajohot Muni. Everything is coming from that one, the theory of conservation of energy, that is imperfection. All energy are conserved in that Supreme Personality of Godhead. They have got little idea of this, where from the energies are coming, but not perfectly. The modern scientist, they can simply think of conservation of energy, but where is that conservation that they do not know? That is a missing point, only devotees know. So here it is explained how from that original reservoir of all energy, things are coming. That is a lesson in Vedanta Sutra. Janma Adi Asya Yataha. In Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, first chapter, first words. It begins with the Janma Adasya Yataha. Everything is coming from one source. We must understand. So, Yatova Imani Bhutani Jayante. These are Vedic mantras, that is Brahman. Brahman means inexhaustible. Avyaya. Brahmani Atmanam Avyaye. So, Brahman means inexhaustible. Avyaya. There is no exhaustion. Purna. As we learn, Purna Mada Purna Mida Purna Purna Adudachyate Purnasya Purnamevadya Purnam Adhaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Krishna is Purnam. Everything is complete. He is complete. His creations are complete. The balance are complete. This is the invocation mantra in the Ishopanishad you should have studied in your Bhakti Shastri course. We have no idea of complete. We think complete also limited. Complete satisfaction. Suppose you have got a bank balance, $1 million. You think it is now complete. I am fully satisfied. But he has not got the complete idea. The bank balance may be $1 million today, but if I spend it, it will be gradually reduced. And one day it will be zero. So that is not complete. Complete means you go on spending as much as you like, still it will remain $1 million only always. That is called complete. And that is only Krishna. So there is a small story. Formerly, there was no charge for schools and all. And nowadays, school has become business. Everything has become business. Formerly, a Brahmana, he will start a school. Any Brahmana can start a school. And Brahmana is Patana Pathana. His business is to become learned himself and to distribute his knowledge. That is why he starts school. Education, not for earning. There is no charge for learning in those times. So to everyone, it is free. This is Brahmana. So the Brahmana, and the opposite word is Kripana. Kripana means miser. A miser, he has got money, but he does not spend. He keeps it only. And Brahmana means he has got knowledge and he distributes for others' benefit. That is Brahmana. So we are making every one of our ISKCON devotee a Brahmana, not that he should simply know himself what is God. He must distribute the knowledge also. You should preach the Krishna consciousness, what you are hearing in the Bhagavatam class. You should repeat this to others. Go from town to town, village to village. Nagaradi Grama Moranam, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said. And Gaurakatha Dhamadaya Nagara Gramatharine, our Guru Maharaj is traveling nook and corner, going all the way to US and now came back here to Kolkata. And is preaching continuously every day. So try to convince these so-called fools and rascals as to what is God. Moving around, wherever you are, at least in people around you, in your circle. Because in US, if you see, even in the currency, they write, in God we trust. But they don't know what is God and how to trust. Nothing. Now let them know it scientifically, no? You can tell them. Here is the movement. Hare Krishna movement, Krishna consciousness movement. To know God. We cannot know God perfectly. God is so unlimited. Still, as far as possible, we can know. As God speaks himself about himself in Bhagavad Gita. So this is meant for the Brahmana. Therefore, we offer second initiation. What is second initiation? Sacred thread. That one should become Brahmana, not a Kripana miser. No. One should thoroughly learn what is God and teach others how to trust him. That is Brahmana. Simply slogan, we trust in God, doesn't make any sense. And all are fools and rascals. That is not good. Now, we should take up this point that you write, in God we trust. Okay, now please understand what is God. Come here, we will tell you. We will tell you his name, his form, how he will look like, where is his address, how to contact him, what you will do with him, how to see him. Everything we will teach. So, do you know what is God? Ask the president of the first person of the universe, this world. He will not be able to tell you. Then who will know? If the president doesn't know, how the people will know? Yad yad acharate sreshta lokastadanu vartate. Whatever great man performs, the common man will follow. Sreshta, the chief man, the leader, the president, he must know. I am leading this society. So what I shall do? Naturally, it will be followed, right? So that is applicable everywhere, actually. If the president knows what is God, how to trust him, why shall I trust unless I know you properly? It is natural. If somebody says, trust this man. So my next question, I must first of all know this man, then I shall trust him, right? So similarly, if you don't know what is God, what is the meaning of your trust? So that is all very childish. Childish slogan. Therefore, the condition is so deteriorated everywhere. Not only here, they have no knowledge of God at all. We can challenge anyone, any so-called scientist, philosopher, politician, big men. They know only wine, women, meat eating. That's all. This much their knowledge. But who knows God? Nobody. Ultimately, the rascal will say, I am God. Failing to know God, he becomes himself God. And if anybody claims, how you say you are God? Then he will say, okay, you are also God. Finish. So here is very nicely explained how from that one prakritim yanti mamikam. In the Bhagavad Gita, it is said that this prakriti means nature, will be wound up, again come to me within. Just like the spider makes a cobweb from the saliva from him, he can work. He knows how to work on it. And again, he can wound it up. That is practical example. Similarly, the material nature, the cosmic manifestation. Here is the point of creation. The energy is conserved. Energy is never lost. Avyaya. But this prakriti, this material nature is not eternal. It is temporary. The same example, the spider. The spider, suppose it is eternal, but the cobweb made by the spider, that is not eternal. Bhutva praliyate. Bhagavad Gita says, chapter 8, verse 19. Bhutva praliyate. It is created again and again and wound up again and again. Similarly, the point of creation comes from God. God is not created. They ask this question generally that everything is created, then God must be also created. That idea comes because we have no other idea than the creation, maintenance, and again annihilation. We have no other idea. In this material world, we have no other idea. We see this body is created by father and mother. Then it remains for a time. It grows and then it becomes old. Then it vanishes. Shad vikara, 6 kinds of changes. Janma, sthiti, parinama, etc., etc. In this way, everything in this material world, nothing is permanent. But the soul within the body, that is permanent. I am not this body. Because the body is not permanent. I am permanent. I am the soul within the body. That is the conservation of energy. That they don't know. Where the energy is reserved and where from the energy is manifested, again wound up. A living entity. As God and we living entity, we have got the same quality. Qualitatively one. Achinta beda, abeda tattva. Simultaneously one as well as different from God. Living entity. As God is the conservations of all energy, material energy. Similarly, I, you, we being small particle of God's fraction, just like the spark from the whole fire, the big fire and the small spark, quality is the same. The small spark has all the qualities of fire, but quantity, it cannot sustain alone. It will extinguish as soon as it jumps out of the whole fire. So, all the chemicals composition of fire is there in the small spark also, but in very, very small infinitesimal quantity. Just like a drop of sea water has got the all chemical composition of the ocean. It is salty. That is equality. Qualitatively one with the ocean. One drop of seawater and the ocean is qualitatively one. And quantitatively, where is the comparison between the drop of ocean water and the whole ocean here? How can you compare? How much salt is there in the drop of ocean and how much salt is there in the ocean? There is no comparison. That is difference. That is called difference. Therefore, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's philosophy is perfect. Achintya Beda Beda Tattva. Inconceivably, simultaneously, one and different. We are one with God, but these rascals who have no thorough knowledge, they simply take this oneness. I am one with God. That is rascaldom. There are two things actually. One and different simultaneously. Qualitatively one, quantitatively different. So, as this body is created by my energy, my subtle energy, and my gross energy, the whole energy, I am also emanation from God only. I am energy of God only. The total energy is God. I am fragment energy. But still I have got the same function. Just like I am put into the womb of the mother through the semina of the father. Now, according to my energy, I have placed into a suitable condition. If I have worked for becoming a dog, then through the semina of the dog, I am put into the womb of a dog mother. And if I have worked as say demigod, then through the semina of the father, I am put into the womb of a demigoddess. So in this way, my conservation of energy worked there. The supply is there and I form the body. This body is formed. This is creation. So as my body is formed, similarly, this whole universal body is also formed. That is called creation, the whole cosmic manifestation. They don't understand. They are so foolish that they don't understand that creation is a fact. And the original creator is God. So in the scriptures, God created this world. This is a fact. But unfortunately, they don't know how it is created. Lack of knowledge. So that is explained here. Tritve hutva. See the first line of this verse. Tritve hutva cha panchatvam. It is given very clearly. How things are developing. From the spirit soul, there is total material energy. Energy is coming. The conservation of energy is the spirit soul. Where is the difficulty to understand? Avyaya, that is permanent, you see. Avyaya. So that is permanent. So all that is manifested in the material world is a product of Mahatattva Avyakta. So we need to understand from the scriptures, Srimad Bhagavatam pages. It will reveal you everything scientifically. So therefore, there are two kinds of energy from the Supreme Soul or God. That is also explained in Bhagavad Gita. In chapter 7, verse 4, you will see Bhumirapo nalo vayu kammano buddhirevacha Binna prakritirastada. Astada means 8. So Tritve here. Tritve means 3. And Panchatvam means 5. So in this verse, very clearly repeated from Bhagavad Gita, you see, Tritve hutva cha panchatvam. So 3 plus 5, 8. And what Bhagavad Gita is saying? Bhumi rapo nalo vayu kam mano buddhir evacha. So ashtada. Ashtada means 8. So Tritve 3, panchatvam 5. That means total 8. The 8 kinds of material energy, earth, water, fire, air, sky. These are all the 5 gross elements. Amongst the gross also, the finer material energy is the sky. We cannot see that. This is also gross only. Then mind. Everyone knows I am thinking, I have got mind. You know, I know. But where is the mind? Have you seen? Somebody suggests mind is in the brain. Somebody suggests in the stomach. Somebody suggesting somewhere. No. But there is mind. Everyone knows. Then next finer, the sky. We can perceive the sky is there by sound. Sky is there, we can perceive only by sound. As soon as you have this clapping sound, this is due to sky. This sound is coming due to sky. That is a symptom, there is sky. But similarly, although the sky you cannot see, you can understand there is sky. Similarly, mind is there. You can understand by thinking, feeling, willing, mind is there. But you don't see the mind. Oh, why you are so much proud? Can you show me? You cannot see your mind. You cannot see the sky. And you want to see God with these eyes? Just see how foolish they are. If you speak about God, they will come and challenge you. Oh, can you show me God? You cannot see your mind, your own mind. You cannot see the sky. How can you see God with these eyes? You cannot see. When a gross thing you can't see, subtle things you cannot see, the finer and finer and finer, the finest than all the subtle things, mind, then intelligence, that also you cannot see, simply not mind. Intelligence. If we think, we feel or will, there is intelligence behind that. And if the intelligence is not good, simply you will think of nonsense. So behind the mind, there is intelligence, and behind the intelligence, there is soul. That is you, me, the Atma, the soul, the part and parcel of Krishna. So if you cannot see the mind and the finer gross material sky, you cannot see intelligence. How you will see the soul? Therefore, you cannot understand this gross situation. You cannot. Achintya. It is beyond anything which is beyond your conception. You don't try to speculate. That is simply waste of time. Take from the Guru Sadhu Shastra. Very simple. So you know from the authority. You cannot speculate who is your father. Know from your mother who is your father. Very simple thing. What is the difficulty? But if you start speculating who is my father, who is my father, who is my father, that is not possible to find him. Chiram vichinvam. If you go on speculating without taking care of the mother, without asking from your mother, if you simply want to know by your own research scholarship, who is my father, you will never know it. Achintya khalo ye bhavanatham starkena yochayet. Therefore, things which are beyond your speculation, don't try to argue. Don't be foolish. Don't be rascal. How you can, because it is beyond your conception. There is no question of it. By argument, by speculation, by logic, you cannot understand what is soul, what is God. That is not possible. Achintya khaloye bhavanatham starkena yojayet. Don't waste your time in the tarkavada. So similarly, we don't know what is God by speculation. That is not possible. And religion means the science of God. Dharmam tu sakshat bhagavat pranitham. So religion means, bhagavat pranitham, surrendering unto God. Religion means the science of God. So how religion, you can understand that this is proper religion or not? Because you don't know God. Neither it is possible to speculate on God. Then how I shall accept a religion? Just try to understand. Religion means the science of God. It is not a sentiment. It is a science. So if you want to know that science, therefore Vedic injunction is there. That vijnanartham sa gurum eva vigachet. In order to know that science knowledge, you must approach a guru. That is practical. A spiritual master is needed. Even for material science, you go to school, college to learn from some authority, some guru. How you can learn about God, about soul without approaching a proper guru here? Especially a person who is expert at it, especially a person who knows the science of God. How will you know that? So that is the way. You cannot speculate. Athapi the deva padam bhujadvaya prasadale sanugrhita evahi janati tattvam. Srimad Bhagavatam is propagating tattvam, the truth. One can understand who has received the mercy of God. Therefore we sing, Guru is the mercy of God. Guru means he is the mercy of God. God is so merciful that he is within yourself. He is trying to teach you internally also and externally also. He appears as your Guru to teach you. This is called mercy. So therefore Guru is considered as good as Krishna. He is not Krishna, but he is considered as good as Krishna because he teaches you who is Krishna. Sakshat dharitvena samasta sastre. In all the Shastras, the Guru is respected as Krishna. He is respected. Sakshat dharitvena samasta sastre. So Hari means Lord. Samasta means all scriptures. Shastra, scriptures. Guru is accepted as Krishna, but he never says that he is Krishna. He never says, neither he is Krishna. Then what is his position? Kintu prabhorya priya eva tasya vande guru sri charanarvindam. He is the most confidential servant of Krishna. Kintu prabhorya priya eva tasya. He is the most confidential servant of Krishna. He never says that I am Krishna, I am God. That is not Guru. He knows perfectly well that he is serving Krishna. His business is to serve Krishna. Krishna wants all these fallen conditioned souls like us to be delivered because they are Krishna's part and parcel. Mama ivamse jiva loke, jiva bhuta sanatana. These jiva bhutas, all the jivas, they are sanatana, eternal. Mamaiva amsa jiva loke. They are my part and fragmental part and parcel of Krishna. So if his son goes out of home, he is suffering. His father knows that rascal boy is suffering. He is very anxious to get him back. Bring this rascal at home. That is father's concern, naturally. Similarly, Krishna is more eager to take you back home, back to God than yourself. Therefore, he comes. He has got his agent, the Guru. He sends Guru. He has got his instruction, Bhagavad Gita. The whole concern is that God is so anxious. Krishna is very anxious to call you back home, back to Godhead. So sometimes he is so eager that he comes himself. Just like, sometimes he sends his agent very eagerly to find out, okay, what you're doing, what it is, why so such and such thing is so delayed. So Krishna says, yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata tadatmanan srajamyaham, in Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, chapter 4, verse 7. Dharmasya glani, discrepancy in the execution of religious principle. What is dharma? Dharmam to sakshat bhagavat pranitam, surrendering to Krishna, serving Krishna is called dharma. So religion means, we have already explained, religion means the science of God. So the chance is there in the human form of body to understand the science of God. In the body of cats and dogs, it is not possible. Therefore, this life should be fully utilized for understanding the science of God. And like this Yudhishthira Maharaj here, now he is closing the business. You see, the business is that I am creating this body, just like a businessman opens a business house. Sometimes when the business is simply troublesome, he liquidates. Similarly, we should come into the understanding that our material business is always troublesome. Isn't it troublesome? Practical? Material business. Suppose in this life, you have got all good facilities. You have got a skyscraper building, nice. Suppose you are Mr. Such and such, okay? Very rich man in your country, and after that, sometime you die. Where are you? Where is Mr. Such and such, the biggest person in the country? Nobody have eyes to see him. So this is very, very important to understand. Once Srila Prabhupada, he went to country France, okay, and Srila Prabhupada in Paris, he saw some statue of Napoleon, and it was written there, Napoleon is France, France is Napoleon. Then Srila Prabhupada has inquired, where is Mr. Napoleon? The France is there, but where is Napoleon? Just see, this is called ignorance, Maya. When Napoleon was very victorious, he might think that I am making my France very strong, very powerful, but that's all right. But you are not powerful. You have to go away. He died. Now, where is Napoleon? How can Napoleon be France? Right? So, by one kick of nature, get lost from the body that they don't see. This is called ignorance. Bhutva, bhutva, praliyate. So, what is the meaning of this business? Suppose you have got Mr. Such and such, say for example, Mr. Ford, Henry Ford. He did a very good thing. And now everybody left. There is no more Henry Ford. He could not take even a single cent with him when he was dying. He had earned a lot of money. Everything was left. Tata dehantara prapti. He has got another body now. Nobody cares. Nobody knows. Suppose Mr. Henry's children, they don't know. Not only they, everyone, politicians, their statue is worshipped, but nobody knows where that Mr. Napoleon, Mr. Washington, Mr. Gandhi, where they have gone. They don't know. They are worshipping the material statue. That's all. Ignorance. Bhuteja. It is called Bhuteja. One of our big politician, Indian politician, during Srila Prabhupada time. Some astrologer said that he has become a dog in Scandinavia. But you cannot deny. You cannot deny if you believe. First of all, you have to believe that the soul transmigrates from one body to another body. That is a fact that we are doing every day actually. Every minute actually we are transforming our body. Simply it requires little brain to understand. Because when you are a small boy or girl, where is that small boy or girl's body? Do you have that? No. You have changed your body now. That body you have lost already. You can't get it back. Dhiras tatrana mukhyati tata dehantara praptis. So, dhira means sober person. What is the difficulty to understand? I was a child. You were a child. Just like this, so many other children you are seeing here and there, talking without any meaning, but they are children, they are excused. But the same child will become a young man, young woman, old man. The body has changed. Just like I was also a child, you were also a child. In childhood, we have done so many nonsense things. But in this body, I am not doing anything. I have to consider. So that means the body is different. According to the body, the rascal says that the animals have no soul. Why? Then the child has also no soul. What is the difference between the child's behavior and an animal's behavior? You tell me. Anyone who has got a dog in his family, the dog is also one of the children. He also behaves. The children also behave like the dog. And the children do not find any difference that a dog is different. He is different. Simple, So if the dog has no soul and if the behavior are the same as of the dog of the child, so does it mean the child has no soul? How foolish they are, you see. And they say the animals has no soul. Why? You can say the intelligence is not developed for animals. Soul is there, but undeveloped intelligence. As the child's intelligence is not developed, it will develop with the change of the body. Similarly, the dog also will have developed sense when he will change his dog's body to human body. That is called evolution. He will get the chance. Nature will give the chance to change the body. So after getting the chance, if we don't utilize the chance as human being, then I remain a dog. This is the philosophy. Therefore, these books are meant, Srila Prabhupada books are meant for sober human being, not for the so-called human being. He is a dog, but he has got 2 hands and 2 legs. That's all. Not like that. Purusha Pasu Swavedvaraha Ustrakahe Samstuta Purusha Pasu. Srimad Bhagavatam propagates. Now you are fighting against your president or prime minister that he must resign. He must resign. He is just like animals. The charge is like that. But he is animal, undoubtedly. But who has selected the animal? Other animals have selected. That's all. So you are also animal. Otherwise, how you can select one animal as your boss? In the name of democracy. Therefore, Bhagavata says, Swavidvara hostra khare samastuta purusha pasu. Pasu, anyone who is not Krishna consciousness. In Krishna consciousness, if he is praised, those who are praising, they are also animals. Not to become Krishna conscious is animalism. That is animalism. So, anyone who has not developed his consciousness to understand what is God, what is Krishna. Krishna consciousness means to understand God and then trust him. This is Krishna consciousness. Actually, your currency notes advertising. In USA, you can see the currency note is advertising. In God we trust. But they don't know scientifically. Now, our Krishna consciousness movement by Srila Prabhupada's mercy in America, there are so many ISKCON centers. They can come and learn, okay, in God you trust. So what is God and how to trust him? They can learn from the ISKCON. Thank you very much. Any questions or comments or realization? Please do share with me. 5, 4.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, 41 श्लोक से है वस्तुतः मन के कार्यकलापों को रोका नहीं जा सकता क्योंकि वे सनातन आत्मा के प्रतिबिंब हैं, किंतु कार्यकलापों के गुण को पदार्थ से भगवान की दिव्य सेवा में बदला जा सकता है। तो आत्मा, परमात्मा, जीवात्मा, शुद्ध आत्मा, पवित्र आत्मा, ये सब तो समझ में आती है, लेकिन सनातन आत्मा के प्रतिबिंब है। सनातन आत्मा क्या होती है? और कार्यकलाप के गुण को पदार्थ से भगवान की दिव्य सेवा में बदला जा सकता है। ये पदार्थ क्या है?
ये जो चेतन, उसको बोलते हैं आत्मा, सनातन आत्मा। कृष्ण भगवान भगवत गीता में 7वां अध्याय में कहते हैं, ममैव अंशे जीवलोके जीवभूत सनातना। जो भी जीव है, आत्मा है, वो सब सनातन है। सनातन मैंने शाश्वत, हमेशा रहेगा, कभी उसमें बदलावट नहीं आएगा, सनातन, वो सद चिद आनंद विग्रह का बना हुआ है। सत मतलब हमेशा रहना, सनातन सत मतलब, चित मतलब ज्ञान पूर्वक परिपूर्ण ज्ञान प्राप्त हो चुका होगा, आनंद मतलब हमेशा आनंद में रहेगा, कभी दुखी नहीं होगा, वो है उसका गुण। लेकिन ये भौतिक पदार्थ के साथ संपर्क होने के कारण अशुद्ध हो जाता है। अशुद्ध होकर के जो वो शाश्वत है वो अशाश्वत बन जाता है, जो सत्य है वो असत बन जाता है, जो चित है वो अचित बन जाता है, वो आनंद जो है निरानंद बन जाता है। इसलिए वो यहां पर जो है बहुत कष्ट उठाता है। किंतु अपनी यही गुणों को कृष्ण भगवान का भक्ति योग में, सेवा में अपने ऊपर को समर्पित करें तो वो फिर से अपना मुक्त को पा सकता है। उस समय उसको ये जड़ शरीर से संबंधित नहीं रहता। जिस तरह कॉपर है, नारियल का जब मैच्योर्ड स्टेट कॉपर है, वो अंदर अपने रूप को स्वयं धारण कर लेता है, बाहर की उसका आकार के ऊपर उसके साथ कोई संबंध नहीं रहता है। इसी तरह जब एक जीव, एक आत्मा या चेतन जो सनातन है, वो अगर अपनी सारे शक्तियों को मयि अर्पिता मनोबुद्धिर, अपना बुद्धि, मन, शरीर और वाचा, अपना वर्ड्स, सब कुछ कृष्ण भगवान का सेवा में अगर अर्पित कर दे तो वो अपना सच्चिद आनंद रूप को अपने आप धारण कर देगा। तो ये भौतिक शरीर पदार्थ के साथ संपर्क होने का कोई आवश्यकता नहीं, भौतिक शरीर को पाने का आवश्यकता नहीं। इस भौतिक शरीर के अंदर होता हुआ भी इस भौतिक शरीर के साथ उसका कोई लेन देन नहीं होगा।
धन्यवाद प्रभु। और
बहुत ही अच्छा सवाल, थैंक यू।
और ये 40 से एक है, सन्यासी का कसाय या केसरिया कौपीन बताता है कि उसे आकर्षक वस्त्रों से मुक्ति मिल चुकी है। तो कसाय या केसरिया कौपीन क्या होता है?
कौन सा श्लोक में कहां पर लिखा है?
40 श्लोक।
एक मिनट, 40 परपोर्ट में दिया क्या?
यस प्रभु।
में सन्यासी, ओके। हाँ, the kasaya or saffron line cloth of sannyasi indicates freedom from all attractive material garment. कसाया मतलब है जो वो कपड़ा पहनते हैं ना, सन्यासी जो कपड़ा जो पहनते हैं उसका जो रंग है वो सैफरन रंग का रहता है। लाइन क्लॉथ उसको बोलते हैं कसाया। जो कपड़ा वो पहनते हैं, गारमेंट, उनका जो ड्रेस होता है वो ड्रेस को कसाया बोलते हैं।
कसाया या केसरिया कौपीन।
हाँ,
धन्यवाद प्रभु।
वो कसाया किसको जाहिर करता है? उनका पहना हुआ जो कसाया है वो डिटैचमेंट को जाहिर करता है। उसका मतलब यह है कि उन्होंने अपने सारे जो कलर वस्त्र जो है उनको धारण नहीं करेंगे, उस वस्त्र को उन्होंने त्याग किया, इसलिए कसाया पहनते हैं। तो उनकी जो ड्रेस है भौतिक पदार्थ, भौतिक श्लोक में आकर्षित नहीं होगा। वो जो येलोविश रेड वो बोलते हैं ना, जो मॉन्क्स पहनते हैं उसको बोलते हैं। उसका मतलब यह है कि भौतिक में जो कलर वस्त्र भिन्न कई प्रकार का जो पहनते हैं उसके ऊपर उनका कोई आकर्षित नहीं है। उसको जाहिर करने के लिए कसाया या तो सैफरन लाइन क्लॉथ पहनते हैं। थैंक यू।
धन्यवाद प्रभु।
5 4 3 2 1 0. Thank you very much for the association. Can somebody introduce Mushkan Madhuri, please?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, I'm Muskan, basically from Begusarai, Bihar, currently staying in Patna, pursuing diploma in architectural assistance.
Okay, Pritika dosto.
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay, welcome. So let's all pray for her interest in Krishna consciousness and for her to be Krishna conscious. Let us all chant one time Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Please chant along with me. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishner Matirastu. So thank you very much, and we will resume our class tomorrow in night at 8 o'clock. Till then, Grandhara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.
जय
Sita Pawan Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
जय
Vaishnav Pranam. Panchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patithanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo
नमो
namah.
नमः।
Jai Srila Guru Maharaj ki jai.